Hey folks, moving on to 376. Okay, section 2.6. There's a big difference between the word and or. So 376, it's an and problem. So mathematically, and or are very, very different. So we have x less than 3 and x greater than or equal to 1. So I'm going to put both of these on the same number line. So here's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 1, blah, blah, blah. Okay. I'm going to do this one in the red. X is less than 3, so that's going to be, I'm going to use the circle, closed circle notation. So not including 3, and then the arrow is pointing to the left, so it goes like that. And then this one right here, that's x greater than or equal to 1, so the 1, solid circle, and it's going to the right. See that arrow is pointing to the right? So it's pointing to the right. So then you say, and is where they overlap. So the and makes sense. For some reason, where they overlap makes sense in our brains. We're like, okay, from 1 to 3, so solid there, but circle there, and everything in between. So there's our picture, and we would say that in interval notation, including 1, but not the 3. Whew. Okay, that's the and. So basically, they take that idea and they just try and make it difficult. Let's just try 380. So 380, 5x minus 2 less than 8, and, let me put the word and down here, and 6x plus 9 greater than or equal to 3. 380, 5x minus 2 less than 8, 6x plus 9 greater than or equal to 3. And they're going to and them. Okay, so bring the 2 over, 5x less than, add 2 to both sides, 10, divide both sides by 5, x less than 2. Okay, and we're going to and it with this one, so subtract 9, 6x greater than or equal to negative 6, divide both sides by 6, x greater than or equal to negative 1. So everything sort of cleans up, so you have x less than 2 and x greater than or equal to negative 1. And so we're back on familiar grounds. So 0, negative 1, negative 2, 1, 2, 3. X value is less than 2. I'll do an open circle, everything this way. And then x value is greater than negative 1. Solid circle, everything that way. So where the and is where they overlap. So from negative 1 to 2, open circle, closed circle. Our book would have done parenthesis and bracket. I kind of like the open circle and closed circle, but this would have been parenthesis, that would have been bracket. So then when we write it, it's negative 1 to 2, bracket, parenthesis. Ta-da! Okay. Now, let's do an or. Do they give us a weird one? Let me see if they do a weird one. X greater than or x. That's a negative 1. That's a x greater than negative 6. Okay. Let's try. Oh. Let's do 396. 396. Negative 5 less than or equal to 4x minus 1, 7. 396 is fun. You see how there's sort of 3 sections? There's this, there's this, there's that. We've got a less than or equal to, a less than. So remember we used to do whatever we do to the left, we do to the right. So now there's 3 pieces. So we're trying to get x alone, so there's a minus 1. So let's get rid of that minus 1 by adding 1. If I add 1 to here, I need to add 1 to here, add 1 to there. Okay. So that's a negative 4, 4x, 8. And then we need to divide, get x alone, divide by 4. So divide everyone by 4. Okay, this is kind of fun. So x is alone, negative 1, 2. So here's 0, here's -1, here's 2. So I'll do it the way our book would do it. They'd put a bracket, and then they put a parenthesis, and then shade everything between it. And then the answer would be -1 to 2, bracket, parenthesis. Ta-da! Okay. So this isn't, so when you have three things like that, where essentially you have x between some numbers, or x, maybe it's an or equal to, something like that. It's x between things. See how we shade between two numbers? Okay. So everything's making sense, and then we start doing the or problems. So the or problems usually throw people for a loop. You'll get it. It just takes a minute. It's just different. The and overlapping is sort of intuitive. Okay, 402. X less than or equal to -2, or x greater than 3. So let's draw a picture. 0, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. X value is less than or equal to -2. So here's -2. So that's a bracket. And everything this away. And then x value is greater than 3, so parenthesis, and everything pointing this way. See how the arrow points that way? Okay. Hey, there is no overlap. No worries. Or it's either these answers or these answers. Okay. So from -infinity to -2, -infinity to -2, inclusive, can't touch infinity, and also these answers over here, from 3 to infinity. Okay. And then we don't use the word and. Remember previously, and has a special meaning. So we say this area and also this area. So let's use U for union. This area, or these numbers, union these areas. Okay. See, that was fun. Or let's see. So then, yeah, same. These are all. This is the main idea. So anything weird? Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Let's just try 422. So if you understood those simple examples of and or, everything should be pretty straightforward. 422. 4x minus 2 greater than 6, or 3x minus 1 less than or equal to -2. Okay, 4x minus 2 greater than 6, or 3x minus 1 less than or equal to 2. Okay, so add 2, 4x greater than 8, divide by 4, x greater than 2. Add 1, is that right? 422, 3x minus 1 less than or equal to -2. Add 1, -1. Okay, divide by 3. So we're going to OR these ideas. Here's 0, 1, 2, -1/3. So -1/3 is somewhere over here between 0 and -1. It's kind of closer to here. It's pointing to the left. X value is less than -1/3. Inclusive, so bracket, and everything shaded that way. X value is greater than 2, parenthesis, everything shaded that way. Okay, so this area, union this area, -infinity to -1/3, bracket, infinities always get a parenthesis because you can't touch them, union to infinity. Yay. So this section, pretty straightforward. Okay, that should be good. Keep going. This section is not too bad once you understand those simple examples of and or.